in the Panama Canal, a ribbon of water carved through jungles and mountains. For centuries, it was a dream, a whisper on the lips of explorers and kings. Imagine a world where ships, laden with silks and spices, wouldn't have to brave the treacherous journey around Cape Horn. Spanish conquistadors saw the potential. They envisioned a shortcut, a passage that would connect the mighty Atlantic to the vast Pacific. Fast forward to the 19th century. The United States, a young nation bursting with ambition, was on the rise. The California Gold Rush ignited a fevered need for a faster route from East Coast to West. Thousands, fueled by gold fever, crammed onto steamships, braving disease and disaster for a chance at fortune. The journey around Cape Horn was a nightmare. The Panama Railroad, a monumental feat of engineering in its own right, offered some relief. The Panama Canal wasn't just about gold, though. It was about connection, about shrinking the world. Think of the possibilities: goods, people, ideas flowing freely between continents. Global trade would be revolutionized. The world would never be the same, but the challenges were immense. Yet the dream persisted. Enter Theodore Roosevelt, a man of action, a force of nature in his own right. He saw the strategic importance of the canal, its potential to project American power and influence across the globe. Roosevelt, never one to back down from a challenge, famously declared, "I took the canal zone." And with that bold statement, the stage was set for one of the most audacious engineering projects in human history. But the path to completion would be fraught with obstacles. The story of the Panama Canal is a story of triumph and tragedy, of innovation and perseverance. Before Roosevelt, before the Stars and Stripes flew over the canal zone, there was another power dreaming of a waterway: France. The French, with their Eiffel Tower piercing the Parisian sky, they knew a thing or two about ambitious engineering. Ferdinand de Lesseps, the mastermind behind the Suez Canal, he was the chosen one, the man to conquer Panama. But Panama, she was a harsh mistress. Where the sands of Suez yielded to dredges and sweat, the jungles of Panama fought back with a vengeance. Disease, that insidious foe, ripped through the French ranks. Yellow fever, malaria, they cut down workers by the thousands. The French dream, once so bright, was collapsing under the weight of its own ambition. Theodore Roosevelt, a man who had stared down death on the slopes of San Juan Hill, he wasn't afraid of a little French failure. He saw the canal not just as an engineering marvel, but as America's destiny. Control of the seas, he declared, is the key to world power. And what better way to control the seas than with a canal slicing through the very heart of the Americas? Roosevelt, ever the pragmatist, knew he couldn't achieve this alone. He needed the Senate, those keepers of the purse strings, on his side. He painted a picture of prosperity, of American goods flowing freely to new markets. But there was a problem, a rather large one, in the form of Colombia. You see, Panama, that sliver of land connecting two oceans, it wasn't exactly independent. It was a Department of Colombia, a nation fiercely proud of its sovereignty, and they weren't just going to hand over control of such a strategically vital asset without a fight. Negotiations between the United States and Colombia began, a delicate dance of diplomacy and brinksmanship. The Americans, flush with their recent victory in the Spanish-American War, they weren't exactly known for their subtle touch. Colombia, wary of being bullied by the Colossus of the North, they dug in their heels. Tensions rose, tempers flared, and the negotiations stalled. John Hay, Roosevelt's Secretary of State, a man who knew how to navigate the treacherous waters of international diplomacy, he stepped in. He understood that brute force alone wouldn't achieve America's goals. He needed to find a way to appease Colombia, to give them a face-saving way out while still securing the canal for the United States. Hay proposed a new treaty, one that offered Colombia a more generous financial package, a sweetener to make the deal more palatable. Colombia, sensing an opportunity to extract further concessions, they hesitated. Roosevelt, his patience wearing thin, he grew increasingly frustrated with Colombia's intransigence. He began to explore alternative options, ways to achieve his goals without Colombia's cooperation. In the heart of Panama City, a group of revolutionaries, fueled by the promise of independence and the economic opportunities a canal under American control would bring, they whispered in hushed tones. They knew that their dream of a free Panama was inextricably linked to the ambitions of the United States. These were men of influence, businessmen, doctors, lawyers, united by their desire to break free from Colombia's grip. They saw Roosevelt's growing impatience with Colombia as an opportunity, a chance to seize their destiny. But it was a dangerous gamble. Success meant independence and prosperity. Failure, likely at the hands of a vengeful Colombia, meant certain ruin. They needed a distraction, a way to paralyze the Colombian forces and buy themselves precious time. The Panama Railroad, a marvel of 19th century engineering, snaked its way through dense jungle, a steel ribbon connecting the Atlantic to the Pacific, built by American ingenuity and sweat. It had become Panama's lifeline, carrying goods and passengers and fueling dreams of a future canal. But for the revolutionaries, it represented something else, a strategic target, a vulnerability in the heart of Colombian power. Under the cover of darkness, Amador's men fanned out along the railway line. They weren't soldiers, these doctors and lawyers turned revolutionaries, but they were united by a fierce love for their homeland and a burning desire for freedom. Their plan was audacious, desperate to disrupt the railroad's operations, to sow chaos and confusion, and to tie down Colombian troops desperately needed elsewhere. With a mighty crash, the rebels derailed a train carrying Colombian troops. Telegraph lines, those vital nerves of communication, were cut. The U.S.S. Nashville, a gunboat bristling with cannons, was dispatched to protect American interests in Panama. Its true purpose was to ensure the Panamanian Revolution unfolded favorably for the United States. Colombian troops found their way blocked by American sailors and Marines. The U.S. Minister to Colombia warned any attempt to land troops would be hostile. The U.S.S. Nashville's presence had a profound psychological impact on both sides. For revolutionaries, it was a beacon of hope. For Colombians, a humiliating display of American power. On November 3rd, 1903, as the sun cast long shadows across the palm-fringed streets of Panama City, a group of men gathered in a secret location. The air crackled with tension, with the weight of history. They were about to take a leap into the unknown, to gamble their lives and fortunes on a dream of a free and independent Panama. The document they signed, penned in flowing script, declared that Panama was, and of right ought to be, a free and independent state. It spoke of the injustices suffered under Colombian rule, of the unfulfilled promises of autonomy, and of the Panamanian people's unwavering desire to determine their own destiny. News of the declaration spread like wildfire through the city. Church bells pealed, crowds surged into the streets, and the air filled with the sounds of celebration. The Colombian era was over, and a new chapter in Panama's history had begun. News of Panama's Declaration of Independence reached Washington like a bolt from the blue, or at least that's how Roosevelt wanted it to appear. In reality, he had orchestrated the entire affair with the precision of a master chess player, anticipating each move, each countermove. Roosevelt, a man of action who believed that history favored the bold, didn't hesitate. Within days, he formally recognized the Republic of Panama, a move that sent shockwaves through the international community. Critics accused him of gunboat diplomacy, of violating international law, of acting like a bully on the world stage. But Roosevelt, undeterred by the criticism, defended his actions with characteristic vigor. He argued that the United States had a moral obligation to support the Panamanian people in their quest for freedom. With Panama's independence secured, Roosevelt moved quickly to solidify America's control over the canal project. Enter Philippe Bunau-Varilla, a French engineer and diplomat who had inherited the remnants of the French Canal Company. A shrewd operator with his own ambitions, Bunau-Varilla saw in Roosevelt a kindred spirit, a man who understood the art of the possible. Together, they hammered out the terms of a new treaty, one that would grant the United States sweeping control over a 10-mile-wide strip of land across the isthmus known as the Canal Zone. The Hay-Bunau-Varilla Treaty, signed just weeks after Panama's independence, effectively ceded sovereignty over the Canal Zone to the United States in perpetuity. The treaty was a diplomatic coup for the United States, but it came at a price for Panama. Many Panamanians felt betrayed, their hopes for genuine independence dashed by the terms of the agreement. The dream of a canal, a waterway that would connect the oceans and reshape global trade, was about to become a reality. Section 1. The Price of Progress. Funding the impossible dream. Building a canal through a jungle-choked isthmus wasn't going to be cheap. The cost was enough to make even the wealthiest robber baron blink. This project would test the limits of American ingenuity and its treasury. Roosevelt needed to rally support from politicians and financiers. He had to convince Wall Street that the canal was a sound investment. Hundreds of millions of dollars were needed. It was a gamble on a scale never before seen. A test of whether American ambition could be matched by its financial might. Roosevelt embarked on a speaking tour, captivating audiences with tales of American ingenuity. He painted a picture of a world transformed, where American goods would flow freely to distant markets. Section 2. Wall Street's wager from Gilded Age fortunes to canal bonds. Wall Street saw potential in the canal. The canal symbolized American ambition and business opportunity. The U.S. issued bonds to finance the project. These bonds were a stake in the future. Americans invested patriotically. The canal was built with American sweat and money. It was a collective national effort. Investors' fortunes grew with the canal. Bonds became a hot commodity. The canal drove national growth and prosperity. But the canal's construction wasn't just about balance sheets and bond yields. It was a story written in sweat, blood, and the heartbreaking toll of disease. The jungles of Panama, teeming with life, were also breeding grounds for death. Yellow fever and malaria, those silent killers, stalked the workforce, striking down men with terrifying speed. Early on, the death toll was staggering. Hospitals overflowed, graveyards expanded, and a sense of despair settled over the workforce. The American public, initially captivated by the romance of the project, began to question the price of progress. Was the canal, this monument to human ambition, to be built on a foundation of suffering and sacrifice? Enter Dr. William Gorgas, a quiet, unassuming army surgeon who would become a hero of the Panama Canal. Gorgas, armed with the then revolutionary theory that mosquitoes transmitted yellow fever and malaria, embarked on a crusade to eradicate the insects from the canal zone. It was a Herculean task requiring meticulous attention to detail, relentless determination, and a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom. But Gorgas, driven by a deep sense of compassion and a belief in the power of science, persevered. The Culebra Cut, a 9-mile gash through the Continental Divide, stood as the most daunting obstacle to the canal's completion. This wasn't just digging a ditch, it was moving mountains, reshaping the very earth itself. It was a task that would test the limits of human endurance, engineering prowess, and the destructive power of dynamite. Thousands upon thousands of men, a melting pot of nationalities and backgrounds, converged on this narrow strip of land, united by a common purpose and the promise of a good wage. They toiled under a blazing sun, breathing in dust and the acrid fumes of explosives, their lives governed by the rhythmic clang of steel against rock. Landslides, those unpredictable terrors of the earth, became a constant threat. Just when it seemed progress was being made, tons of earth and rock would come crashing down, burying equipment, crushing dreams, and claiming lives. It was a constant battle against nature, a test of human resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Yet they persevered. With each blast of dynamite, with each bucket of earth moved, the Culebra Cut slowly began to resemble the vision of its creators. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who labored there, a monument to human sweat and sacrifice carved into the very heart of a continent. The Panama Canal wasn't just about brute force. It was about innovation, about pushing the boundaries of what was possible. The lock system, a marvel of engineering, would be the key to raising and lowering ships across the Continental Divide, a delicate ballet of water and gravity. Engineers, their minds ablaze with calculations and designs, devised ingenious solutions to seemingly insurmountable challenges. Massive gates, weighing hundreds of tons, had to swing open and closed with effortless grace. Culverts, hidden within the concrete walls, would channel millions of gallons of water, raising and lowering ships with astonishing precision. Concrete, that most versatile of building materials, became the lifeblood of the canal. Giant mixers, churning like mythical beasts, transformed sand, gravel, and cement into the very bones of the locks, dams, and spillways. It was a symphony of industry, a testament to the power of human ingenuity to bend the world to its will. And slowly, piece by piece, the Panama Canal emerged from the jungle. It was a testament to the visionaries who dared to dream, the engineers who translated dreams into reality, and the countless workers who labored and sometimes died to make those dreams come true. The Panama Canal, a triumph of human endeavor, was about to change the world. The Panama Canal wasn't just built by hand, though human sweat and toil were the lifeblood of the project. It was a symphony of steam and steel, a testament to the raw power of the industrial age. Giant steam shovels, their jaws capable of swallowing tons of earth in a single bite, became the workhorses of the canal, their rhythmic clang echoing through the jungles. Trains, those iron horses of the Industrial Revolution, snaked across the isthmus, hauling away mountains of excavated earth and rock. They were the arteries of the project, carrying supplies, equipment, and workers to the front lines of this epic battle against nature. Dredges, those floating behemoths, clawed at the seabed, clearing channels, deepening harbors, and preparing the waterway for the ships that would one day pass through. They were the architects of the canal's underwater world, shaping the very bottom of the ocean to accommodate human ambition. The Panama Canal was a showcase for the latest in engineering technology, a proving ground for machines that seemed like they were ripped from the pages of Jules Verne. It was a testament to human ingenuity, our ability to harness the power of nature and bend it to our will, to drawn by the promise of adventure, a steady wage, or simply a chance to escape poverty and hardship, men and women from across the globe flocked to Panama. It was a human tide, a melting pot of cultures and languages, all drawn together by the siren call of the canal. From the sun-baked islands of the Caribbean came laborers accustomed to the heat and humidity, their songs and stories echoing through the construction camps. Irishmen, their backs strong from generations of toil, swung pickaxes and sledgehammers, their brogues mingling with the staccato rhythms of Italian and Greek. Chinese workers, renowned for their discipline and work ethic, formed the backbone of many construction crews, their intricate calligraphy adorning the walls of their makeshift homes. And from the United States came engineers, doctors, nurses, and adventurers, bringing with them their own dreams and aspirations. The Panama Canal was more than just an engineering marvel. It was a testament to the power of human collaboration, a monument built by the hands of people from every corner of the globe. Life in the canal zone was a harsh reality, a constant struggle against nature's fury and the ever-present threat of disease. Workers toiled under a relentless sun, their days a blur of sweat, dust, and the clanging symphony of machinery. Living conditions were often squalid, with cramped barracks and inadequate sanitation breeding grounds for illness. Despite the best efforts of Dr. Gorgas and his sanitation teams, disease remained a constant threat. Malaria, yellow fever, and a host of other tropical ailments cut through the workforce, leaving behind a trail of grief and despair. For those who perished far from home, their final resting place was often a simple grave marked with a wooden cross, a stark reminder of the human cost of this monumental endeavor. The Panama Canal, a symbol of human achievement, was also a testament to the sacrifices made, the lives lost, and the families forever changed by its construction. Yet, amidst the hardship and heartbreak, there were also moments of joy, camaraderie, and shared purpose. Workers formed bonds that transcended language and culture, finding solace in music, dance, and the simple pleasures of a shared meal. They were united by their common goal, their determination to leave their mark on history. Section 4. The Chagres River, Taming a Force of Nature. The Chagres River, a serpentine giant winding its way through the heart of Panama, presented a unique challenge to the canal builders. This wasn't just a river to be crossed. It was a force of nature, prone to sudden floods that could inundate construction sites and wash away months of progress in a matter of hours. The solution, as envisioned by the canal's engineers, was as audacious as it was ingenious to dam the river, creating a vast artificial lake that would not only provide a navigable waterway, but also help regulate the river's flow, taming its destructive potential. The Gatun Dam, a marvel of early 20th century engineering, took shape across the Chagres River, a testament to human ambition and our ability to reshape the very landscape. Thousands of workers using steam shovels, dredges, and sheer muscle power moved mountains of earth and rock, creating a structure of unprecedented scale. And as the dam rose, so too did the waters behind it, slowly inundating the jungle, creating Gotten Lake, one of the largest artificial lakes in the world at the time. The Chagres River, once a formidable obstacle, had been tamed, its energy harnessed to serve the needs of the canal. Section 5. Locks of Destiny Engineering Marvels. Take shape. The locks of the Panama Canal, those concrete titans designed to lift ships high above the jungle floor, were engineering marvels, each one a symphony of precision and ingenuity. They were the heart of the canal, the key to overcoming the challenge of the continental divide. Imagine this: massive steel gates weighing hundreds of tons, swinging open and closed with the precision of a Swiss watch. Water, millions of gallons of it, surging through hidden culverts, gently raising or lowering ships as if they were toys in a bathtub. The construction of the locks was a feat of logistics and coordination. Concrete, mixed on-site in giant rotating drums, was poured into meticulously crafted wooden forms, layer upon layer, until these concrete behemoths reached their full height. And then the moment of truth, the first test of the locks. Would they hold? Would the gates open and close as designed? Would the water flow as calculated? The eyes of the world were on Panama, watching and waiting to see if this audacious dream would become a reality. Section 6. A Waterway. Awakens. The Panama Canal opens to the world. On August 15th, 1914, after years of backbreaking labor, innovative engineering, and unimaginable challenges overcome, the Panama Canal officially opened to the world. The U.S.S. Oncon, a humble cargo ship, had the honor of making the first official transit, its passage marking a pivotal moment in human history. Newspapers around the globe hailed the canal as the eighth wonder of the world, a testament to human ingenuity and determination. The world marveled at this ribbon of water carved through jungles and mountains, connecting oceans and reshaping global trade. The Panama Canal, a dream centuries in the making, had become a reality. It stood as a symbol of human ambition, a testament to our ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles, and a lasting legacy of those who dared to dream big and build for the future. The Panama Canal's enduring legacy. Since its opening in 1914, the Panama Canal has been a vital artery of global trade. From steamships to colossal container vessels, it has facilitated the movement of goods, people, and ideas. The canal's impact on global trade is undeniable, shortening routes and reducing costs. It symbolizes human ambition and our ability to achieve extraordinary things. Section 2, From Ocean to Ocean, a new era of global trade. The Panama Canal reshaped global trade, shortening distances and reducing costs. Before ships faced a grueling journey around South America, the canal changed everything. Goods reached markets faster and cheaper. It fueled industrial growth and innovation. The canal's impact was profound. It led to larger, efficient ships. Port cities grew into commerce hubs. The canal remains vital to global trade, a testament to human ingenuity. Section 3, Panama's legacy, a nation forged in ambition and steel. For Panama, the canal has been a defining feature of its national identity. It is a source of immense pride, a symbol of the nation's strategic importance, and its role in shaping global history. The revenues generated by the canal have fueled economic development, infrastructure projects, and social programs, transforming Panama from a backwater nation into a regional powerhouse. The story of the Panama Canal is also a story of Panama's own struggle for self-determination. From its tumultuous break from Colombia to its long and complex relationship with the United States, Panama has fought to assert its control over the canal and its destiny. Today, the Panama Canal stands as a testament to the resilience and determination of the Panamanian people. It is a symbol of their ingenuity, their unwavering belief in their own potential, and their commitment to shaping a brighter future for generations to come. The Panama Canal is more than just a waterway. It is a testament to the enduring power of human ambition, a symbol of our ability to overcome adversity, and a reminder that even the most audacious dreams can be realized when we dare to dream big and work together to achieve them.